Your heart is super important.
Hey Best Pally, I'm Allie, and I just learned that I am at risk for a sudden cardiac death.
You are at risk of sudden cardiac death.
I have heart palpitations, and I spent 30 days trying to use the Whoop Strap's new ECG feature to self-diagnose that I maybe have a serious problem. I sent my Whoop results to my doctor, and she promptly threw them out and gave me a real device to get real results. So now I'm gonna wear this thing to monitor my heart continuously for 14 days, which will be fascinating to see what we discover about my screwy ticker. So for the next 2 weeks, I'm gonna be a very serious cyborg, even more so than I already am. Okay, elegant unboxing. Avoid activities that may cause you to sweat. Okay, let me just get one more in.
Now first I want to show you how my other two removable monitors work before we trap me in a sticky prison for 2 weeks. The Apple Watch and the Whoop MG both do ECG readings. Let's start with Apple first. Where is the ECG thing? Okay, way down here. And now set up the app. The results you may see. Sinus rhythm, so that's normal. And then there is AFib, which is very dangerous. I don't think I have that. You can also have a low or high heart rate, or inconclusive, which we saw a lot on the Whoop. If you saw the video where I set up and tested that one. Okay, take your first reading. You just hold the crown and it gives this cool animation. I should not talk. And we have a normal sinus rhythm. So I immediately have my results in the app. And now let's just pin ECG to the top because I want it to be easy to find because I am very concerned about this. Since I started tracking in the last video, I notice it a lot more and it's really concerning. Your heart is super important. And I'm getting this arrhythmia flutter feeling to the point where it's disruptive. Like, it's not just, oh, that was weird. It's, I want this to stop. It's invading my evenings. Sudden cardiac death is hilariously dramatic, but also a real thing. I don't want that real thing. Okay, let's try out the Whoop, shall we? Also, please note how seamless that was. I just stuck my finger on the thing and it started reading. Now, this, I have to open Whoop and then go to health and then scroll to the thing that has a heart picture and then take a new ECG reading and then tell it the wrist location, and then take a reading, and then sit for 30 seconds while it calibrates. I should not talk again. And then you can mark any issues, which I did not have, and you have your reading in your app. Now, it actually took, 5 to 10 seconds to calibrate. It wasn't 30, but it's still an annoying chunk of time when you're feeling something and you really want to get a reading. That Apple Watch felt way more seamless. Oh, and I have to wait for the ECG report. It's pending, so this is a little slower. Not that that's super urgent, but the readings and the fact that I had to use both fingers, whereas the other one has less points of contact, which means less chances for it to screw up. Speaking of screw up, I bet I can get this to not work by getting my heart rate under 50 because it said that it can't take a reading if it's too low. Let's just see how relaxed I can get. 49! Heart rate under 50, it could not check for AFib. What does the app say? Heart rate under 50, classified as a low heart rate. It could be because of medications, electrical signals not properly conducted to the heart, or training to be an elite athlete. Ha! Love that. Okay, then I will show you the PDF readouts for both of these once I catch one of my arrhythmias on them, either the Whoop or the Apple Watch. But now, I need to get this sweat off of me so I can get the stick on. Right after a post-workout snack. So, you know I'm a cyborg. And one of my sensors tells me to limit my blood sugar spikes, which means I can't have cereal, except a magic spoon has made cereal possible. Look at this, high protein and no sugar. So I can be carb conscious and have cereal, and do you know what that is? Magic! Previously, when I showed you the magic, I tried fruity for the first time. Now, let's assess the chocolate. I am prepared with milk this time, which last time I just had to put water on it because I didn't have any. But I've been having it with water since because it was so good. So this is my first time trying with milk now. Let's just see. Wow. Wow. That is so good. And it's not just the milk. I wish this was smell-o-vision. You're missing out. The crunch and the sweet. Yes, please. I feel like a child with gains. No, it's mine. She crushed all of my fruit. And she opened the peanut butter, so I can't even do it on camera. I had to stop her from having the last bowl. But peanut butter coming in the next video. It's the whole box when it's you. That is a big bowl, ma'am. Use my code Spagnola or the link in the description to try Magic Spoon today and get $5 off. You can find it on Amazon or in your local grocery store, or just steal it from your partner. Okay, I'm clean and I'm wearing this so I can hopefully show you the whole process. And now I've downloaded their app, and the only thing that convinced me to put another stupid thing on my phone is the fact that you have to log your symptoms, and the other option would be writing it down on this thing that you have to carry around. I'm not doing that. Register your monitor. Need the book that I threw away. Scan. Starting today, although it is very late in the day because I had to sweat earlier.
To start, make sure you have the Zeo monitor box in front of you. Open it up.
This unboxing is not very elegant.
Be sure you can see yourself in front of a mirror.
Okay, we have to relocate.
Now, use the provided razor to shave the entire placement area.
Okay, just gonna shave my chest on the internet. Oh wait, that wasn't elegant enough. Disposable prep razor. I mean, I've seen disposable razors before, but this seems extremely disposable. Okay, I guess I just do that. Seems like what the demo was doing. Wow, is it cold in here now? Getting all up in there just in case. And voila! As you can see, I am clean shaven on this side.
Gently exfoliate the entire prep area.
Here, it's like human sandpaper. I feel like I'm making human sawdust.
Use the provided alcohol wipes to clean the area thoroughly. There may be a slight tingling sensation.
Ow, ow, that's not slight tingling, that's burning. I might have sandpapered too hard. My fault for taking everything so seriously. I have to exfoliate the best.
Great job prepping your skin.
Thank
you.
you.
Identify the area one finger width below your collarbone. This is where your monitor will be applied.
Didn't tell me to open it from the package. I don't know what to do. Hey, I'll just take a guess. I got a little worried there that I did the wrong left side, but this is right. I mean left. Feels like this needs to be very perfectly done, and they're trusting me. Okay, we're on.
Massage the paper tabs firmly for 2 minutes.
2 minutes is a long time, but I guess this thing has to live with me for 2 weeks, so I gotta convince it to meld with my body.
Starting with one tab, peel in the direction of the double arrows.
This doesn't seem right, but okay. Yeah, that was maybe right. Oh good, that is much less intrusive than that. Thought I'd have to be living with this blue. Okay, if you're doing this at home, it's gonna feel wrong, but it's not. Just peel really hard, and it'll come off.
Again, it is necessary that you massage the tabs for 2 minutes.
It's like she knows she has to convince me. Of course, I'm gonna go above and beyond. Hey Siri, set a timer for 3 minutes. I had a little edge that rolled up here I had to fix, and I'm really hoping this is not foreshadowing for something to go wrong later.
Now you're ready to activate your Zeo monitor. Press and release the button at the center of the monitor.
Oh, this is exciting. Come alive, cyborg. Hello? Yeah! I flashed green. I think it's going. So now my doctor has access to whatever's going on in my heart. I feel weirdly exposed. As you can tell, I'm nervous right now. There's a reason I wanted to get the monitor on yesterday. It's because I'm flying today and I wanted to show you the TSA troubles it causes. You have to show them this screen in your app because you can't use either scanner that they have, and so you gotta opt out and get a pat down. It wasn't too troublesome, and I did make a friend that also had one when I was waiting to get patted down. They did make me take my shoes off, which I don't like unless it's in my own home. I said 0 sweating in the first 24 hours, so I'm trying to casually work on handstands. Even though I'd rather be running because I was just on a plane forever. Also, my monitor is hidden right now, not because I don't want to show it, but because I continually get yelled at this YMCA for taking my shirt off. We have made it a full day and still intact. I did shower last night, but with my back to the water, like they say. I should mention that this area is now itchy, and it's not under the sticky stuff, it's around it, which means it's probably my fault for going too aggressive on the exfoliating, and now it's healing, and that's why it itches. So if you're doing this, don't exfoliate that hard. I do it stupid, so you don't have to. And now it also tells me light exercise is acceptable. Avoid excess sweating, intense exercise, sauna. So I'm just gonna go do some light exercise with very heavy weights. Oops, I'm getting sweaty. This is not cardio. This is certainly not boxing level sweaty, but I am not dry. This is when I usually feel the palpitations. I'm laying down working in the evening. And so now that I felt one, I'm gonna push the button, and we don't get a light this time. The green was only when it first started. And then I will open my app, and I will go to log symptoms. It will not call for emergency. I'm alive and fine. And what I felt was irregular beats. Continue. I was lying down, sitting, I guess, not laying. And then it's 1 minute or less. I save that. So now I think the app has a record of that, and they'll match it up with this that is also
taking a record of my heart, and the doctor will see at the moment that I felt weird, so he doesn't have to look at the full 14 days straight. And I will be doing that through the 14 days straight, unless the thing falls off of me. Obviously, for this video, I need to put my heart and my heart monitor through the ringer for you, so I brought them to an open bar. On drink number 2. We are now on number 4. What number are you on? Water. I bet your heart is great. Number 5. I feel like I failed a couple, but I'm afraid to push the button because I don't want to be wrong and drunk. So I haven't. Been relaxing on the couch, and I just caught 3 of them on this monitor and 1 on my Apple Watch. And we can take a look at the Apple Watch one when I'm not under the influence. Okay, this is the Apple Watch readout when I caught one of the palpitations, and it's really cool that I can get a visual of supposedly what's going on with my heart well before I have to wait the 14 days to then submit this to my doctor and then make an appointment, and then they probably won't even show me a visual. Now the weird fluttery thing I felt right at the end of the reading, you can see it right here. It's not too crazy looking, but you can tell it's different. It's steady heartbeats, and then 2 back-to-back, and then a big gap, and then another normal, and it would go back to normal, but that was the end of the reading. And that is what I think I'm feeling, and when I feel that, that's also when I press the button on my sensor. And I did get a reading from my Whoop as well, but man, it is way harder. It's a miracle that I got this. Also interesting that it's really similar looking, like there is an ECG format that everyone uses. That's pretty cool. So where is the weirdness? There's a lot of weirdness going on here because it had a lot of interference. I don't think this is actually my heart or any of these weird woobles going on. Those were just it picking up too much movement, whereas the Apple Watch doesn't do that. But here, I think, is the 2 back-to-back heartbeats, and then the long break, and then back to normal heartbeats. So we're seeing it here too. Doing a mom workout so I don't sweat. Are you sweating?
No.
Wearing a sweater.
I'm wearing my sweater.
So you wore a Holter monitor for your heart, right?
Years ago, I did.
But it was different than mine.
It was very much different. It was around a strap and a big machine.
So that must have sucked to shower with, or did you unplug yourself, or how'd you do it?
Well, I know I took it off to shower.
Oh, well, mine's on all the time. Why did you wear yours?
I was having heart palpitations.
Great, thanks for the jeans, Mom. I had to test out all of them on the plane for you with no connectivity because you can't control when you get palpitations. Your heart might suck 10,000 feet in the air. I can confirm that all 3 of them did in fact take a reading, but it was all very different, and I think the Apple Watch was the best because it was unaffected by the turbulence, and it even synced to my phone without any sort of Wi-Fi. I don't know how it did that, but I could see the ECG reading before it even landed. Now the Whoop can take a reading without any internet, but the turbulence was so much that these sensors couldn't handle it. They're not as good as this sensor, and so it was a mess, and I tried 3 times and it didn't work. But I do know you can get it to work on a smoother flight because I did it in a past video. And then I think the Holter monitor was working, but I don't know. It's really nice to be able to see it in real time, and I am very much spoiled by all these sensors that are on me just showing me the information immediately. But it did let me save a log even though I was not connected, and it said it would sync when I got reconnected, and confirmed it did. I just logged a palpitation that I felt, and this is concerning because it's 3 in the afternoon, which is way earlier than I usually tell myself that I feel them. And at that point I would blame boxing, but I didn't go boxing today. And okay, fine, then I could blame jet lag. My body thinks it's 6 p.m., but that's still early for me. And so I guess I'm glad that this continuous monitor is making me continuously aware of that feeling, because I'm learning that it may be more often than I think and more concerning then. I just logged my first flutter while standing. I'm shooting for my art channel, so maybe it's because this project is stressing me out. Oops, I excessively sweated. I couldn't not do cardio for 2 weeks, so I did my usual metabolic conditioning workout that I do on this day of the week. So far, it still feels very stuck. Unless I'm gonna short circuit this thing with perspiration, I think it'll be okay. I don't know, we'll see, because I still have to shower with my back to the water, of course. Confirmed, it survived the shower last night, although that wasn't as intense sweating as something like boxing, although I haven't boxed in over a week, so screw this, we're breaking the rules. Okay, that's as sweaty as it gets, because not only is that all of the sweat that I can sweat, it is also other people's sweat. Uh-oh, we're getting some edge issues, especially in this area where it moves the most when I move my arm, versus here is staying still, and so it's staying on pretty well. I feel like this would stick better if I had a bigger chest, but this is just wrapping around into my armpit, so it's basically let go here and not looking great, but it is still on.
I guess we'll see how long it sticks around. How fortuitous. I am sick. What are the odds that I would have an illness in the 2 weeks that we're looking at my heart? So great. Now we can see if this has an effect on the palpitations. And I already clocked one this morning, so we're looking like maybe. Not working out today because sick. But I already felt 3 or 4 of them while I was shooting for my art channel earlier. Now I'm freezing and I hate that it didn't work out, and all I want to do is sauna, and this stupid thing says I'm not allowed. Screw it, I'm going in anyway. Let's push this thing to its limit since I'm testing for you. I'm doing a full 20 minutes and I am full sweating. Strangely, I can feel my heart rate going up, but I'm not getting any palpitations. Oh, that sucked, and maybe it made me feel worse. But we survived. Both you, me, and the monitor. I just remembered that I fried an Oura ring once by taking it in there, because batteries specifically cannot handle that much heat, so I don't know if this thing is still working. I may have destroyed it. I guess we'll find out from my doctor. It's crazy I haven't filmed any during my typical palpitation window in the evening, which you saw a ton of in the previous video about this. This video has been all over the place, and I didn't film last night because I felt so crappy. And I only had a couple of palpitations, which is really surprising because I also tested positive for COVID. So I am officially sick, not just me feeling like bad. So far, I have not seen a connection between being sick and getting the stupid heart flutters. And now is the time of day when I really notice the fluttering. It's palpitations all throughout the night while I'm sitting here working, often back to back. And tonight, I feel like absolute trash. And I have logged 0 palpitations. I don't understand what's going on. Is illness negatively correlated to arrhythmia? How is this happening? Okay, that was a rhetorical question, but I actually think I might have an answer now. So, since I've been sick, I'm not doing cardio, I'm not sweating, and I've been drinking electrolytes to try and stay hydrated and get unsick. And I recently got a low sodium reading, which you may have seen in a past video. Now, electrolyte imbalance can cause electrical signal problems in your heart. So maybe it's because of that low sodium that I've been getting these palpitations, and maybe I'm not at risk of sudden cardiac death. And now I'm really excited to finish this up, obviously. Really looking forward to peeling this off and sending that to my doctor so I can talk to them about it, because maybe this is the answer. And for sure, I'm electrolyting today with my dry water, because this will be a very useful test to see if I stay palpitation free. So dry. Hello, I'm feeling slightly better. That's not the important part. Today again, I got electrolyt, and I once again have had no palpitations. This is pretty swell. I threw in a curveball for my test today, and I got a curveball back. So I felt one arrhythmia today, just a rhythmia, not several rhythmias, which is way less than my usual, but it is not none. And now I had Gatorade today, which is about 1/3 less sodium than the electrolyte drink that I had been having. So this feels like a very strong connection. The less sodium I have, the more heart troubles that I'm getting. Now, this is not me giving a blanket statement that, oh, sodium is good for your heart. Or am I saying that having more sodium will just continually make my heart better? I'm sure there's an amount that would be quite bad for me. And if you specifically have hypertension, also known as high blood pressure, then sodium is definitely bad for your heart because you want a low sodium diet to get that under control. But what I'm saying is, because I have this low sodium problem, I'm thinking that getting my levels up to the right spot is what's helping. Because it seems like the moderate levels in Gatorade wasn't just up to the right spot, but this stuff is getting me there. I know this is all assumptions, and I'm still kind of have sick brain, and it's late, so let's talk tomorrow. Sorry, one more quick thing, because it's sick brain. I said 1/3 less sodium, but it's 1/3 of the sodium of this, so this has 3 times the sodium as that. Cool, okay, we got it. It is the final day, and I am not salty about being able to take this off soon. Now this makes me feel like I'm a little electrical robot, and I need this to keep my signals lubricated. Oh, I've never been more excited to see a big old fat 0. At the end, we have some gunky looking grossness going on, and it's letting up over here, but in general, it is still stuck on. And I sweat a lot a few of those days, so if you're doing one of these for yourself and worried about it, I'd say you can push it a little further than what the directions suggest. Now we got adhesive tape remover pad. Oh no, please just open. I need to get this thing off. Oh, free me from my sensor prison. I cannot wait to face the shower. Whew, freedom. Oh, it itches. I am still engunkened. I think this is the first time on my channel that I wanted not to be a cyborg. I wish this was smell-o-vision, because then you would know what I'm experiencing. It smells like a bathroom air freshener. It's really weird. Oh, God, it itches. I thought those pads would just be alcohol, but it's not. They're weirdly oily. I'm wondering if my itchiness is actually an allergic reaction to the remover. I'm using the alcohol pad that was left over from applying it. This may burn. Oh, yep, ouch. But it feels way better getting that weird oil off. Yeah, we definitely have some serious irritation going on. I'm so glad to have my heart beat without any record of it. And now I have to physically pack up my data. And then hand it off to the United States Postal Service. Oh my goodness. Wow. Okay, I have to find a mailbox that this fits in. Great. Nope. I had to drop it off at the post office this morning. Zio's tutorial was misleading about the shape of post office boxes. I wanted to wait another day to show you if my skin calmed down, and it did not. I mean, it's no longer a reacty kind of itchy, it's just a wound, like raw 2 spots where the sensors touched. I don't know if there's different glue on those spots because there was glue all around and the other parts are not as bad. And all of this surprises me because I wear sensors all the time and they don't bother me. And actually, this sensor is about to expire, so we can compare. Let me just... That came off much easier. It is not very much goo, and my skin seems not too sad about it. And these sensors stay on for about the same amount of time, but I'm guessing it's different glue because they don't have to have such serious contact to get my heart. It's just this filament needs to get into my skin. And I also kind of upped the drama on how excited I was to take it off because by the end, I forgot it was even there. Definitely on day 2, I was like, oh, I cannot wait to get rid of this. But then you get used to it. So in case you're getting one yourself, just get over that hump and then it just becomes a part of you. No big deal. And like I said, let yourself sweat because it'll be fine probably. Now looking back at my log, I had 57 symptoms throughout the past 2 weeks, but that was front-loaded before I discovered the salt thing. And now I know that I am not a doctor and my experiment might not have been sciencing very hard, but I think we had a pretty crazy revelation in this video that I did not see coming, where there is a pretty direct connection between keeping me salted and my heart thumping correctly. Now don't go yell at me in the comments about how I need to see a doctor. Yes, I'm gonna talk to a doctor about my electrolyte experience, and do go in the comments and let me know if you want to see another video after I consult with a cardiologist and we see if my very medical device results are similar to the consumer devices, which I stopped wearing because there's nothing to record. Like I said, this feels like a really big revelation, and I'm so glad you were here to experience it with me. If you liked this, you'll like seeing when I got that low sodium reading. It was a 100 biomarker test that connects to your ring tracker. I'll put that down there for you. I'm gonna wear my pajamas for my test this morning because I can. Hey Best Pally, I'm Allie, and my Ultrahuman Ring health and fitness tracker just got way better because now it